Okay. So we have the Iron Maidens done. So for this area, the only things left to texture are these like platform things, and this also is a platform thing. So let's just speed run this. Let's unwrap seam, mark seam, select these, mark these seams, seam. Actually, let's make this, I was thinking of making this a separate material, because this needs to be two-sided. Or actually, let's just make the whole material two-sided. This is a speedrun after all. Mark seam. Mark these little seams. Angle-based unwrap. Okay, what did I do? Back. Let's split this into quadrants. It's gonna be one split. And this is the other split. Third split. Fourth split. Mark seam. Angle based. Oh, what the fuck? Damn, that's actually unexpected. Okay. We like the shape, we like this shape, don't we, chat? Okay. So speedrun, let's speedrun. I hope YouTube doesn't ban me for this UV map. Crazy shit. Okay, so mark seam, seam. Did I? Yeah. Yes. Seam, angle based. Okay. The nice shape is gone. Look what they took from us. The nice shape. No, this still packs poorly. Let's add seams. More seams, more seams, more seams. Why is this a seam? This is not a good seam. This is a good seam. Okay, let's back. 36% package achieved. There's like still some connected thingies. Okay, so this okay, looks pretty evenly unwrapped. We can add seams here. Why don't we? Why don't we? Okay, let's actually not rotate them. Oh, that packs. Oh, 44%. Should we gamble? Should we risk it, chat? 45% package. Okay, I won't push my luck anymore. 45%. It's like it's crazy package. Crazy package. Let's actually no. We need to pack it again because we need to make this. No, it's done. It's a speed run. We're speed running. Okay. Let's, as always, let's add a bevel. Export this as a high poly. Let's okay. Looks nice. What about the yeah, let's try popping on the Iron Maiden material. Yep, looks good. Zero work to actually get this. So the central blood. So let's add another mask for this. White mask, just manually paint out the center. Maybe it should be actually kind of red, but also the grate material should shine. Now we do a little great action. Mask it out, fill, hexagon, tile, contrast, balance, height, color, roughness. Autism mode, autism activated. Let's first check how this looks. We could add a opacity mask for these holes so they shine through, but let's just see if it doesn't shimmer, like if it's not visually noisy. Platform, material, normal, linear color, no sRGB, ambient occlusion, roughness, metallic, normal, apply save, speedrun, done. Looks good. Good enough. Speedrun. I didn't time it, but like, who gives a flying? Ugh. Oh, collision. We do a little collision, collision. Actually, this is too noisy. Like, not too noisy, I mean, but too pixelated. The density needs to be a bit higher, so let's just scale this up 2 times. And let's again. Did that rescale? Yeah, that rescaled. So let's just back without rescaling. 46.4%. We keep winning. We keep winning, chat. We just press buttons and we keep winning. When will the winning ever stop? It won't. We are the winners of Eurovision. When is Eurovision? That's Eurovision date. May 16, 2 semifinals on and a final on Monday. So okay. Austria. Eurovision Lithuania. Did Leonceka. Are we going to the final? Is Lithuania in the final? Catharsis. No good, no good. We don't like catharsis. We like this robot, gay robot guy, the Captain Leonceka. We like the gay robot. Oh, he's not a robot. He's like, he has a wound on his face. Okay, so enough Eurovision. Let's export. Oh, we already exported it. let's then re-import. Let's rebake. Okay, looks better. Is it better? It's so much better. Life is good, God is great. Let's try a little something, the opacity mask. So let's make the material two-sided because there's nothing from this side. We don't care about maximizing performance. Two-sided material will be fine. Two-sided, okay. Looks good. Looks fine and dandy. So can we just use this mask? Let's actually check it out, chat. Let's check it out. Let's export mask to file. 26/04/14. That's today's date. Coliseum platform. Great mask. Okay, so we have the mask. What do we do with the mask? We do a little masking. No, this is all wrong. This is all wrong. We need that mask also, so we actually grab the paint. Let's copy the barf. Let's copy the effects. It's an effect. Paste effect. Okay, let's paste effect. And then just bongo bongo. Yeah, we like the song. Multiply. Okay, now the mask is correct. Save. Re-import the mask. Changes nothing. Let's add a white mask. Okay, why didn't that change? Like, let's make this normal. Why isn't the paint working? Multiply. Okay, so none of these blending options work. Let's put the hexagons on top. Let's see if that does anything. Let's move out of that folder. Multiply. Okay, this is the mask we are looking for. Let's export the mask. Okay, yeah. Now we're cooking. Masked. Just hook up the mask. Oh, okay, that's inverted. 1 minus to invert it back. Okay, now we can see. We can't really see like shit. We can't see shit. There's like tiny dots that let the light shine through. This is actually a really cool shot. Looks cool. Like the sun shining through the holes. Let's maybe write down some of these ideas for the trailer, the shot ideas. Okay, so trailer shot ideas, trailer shot angle ideas. So the Iron Maiden close up pan idea type shit. And beneath the great sun shining through. So, okay, chat. Okay. Let's actually make a temporary mask that's larger, has a bit more contrast. Yeah, so the holes will be bigger. Bigger holes. Jesus Christ is my N-word. Export mask. Okay, mask was exported. Mask. What the fuck? Okay, now it works. Holes are indeed bigger. Yeah, looks cool, actually. Looks really cool. How does it look beneath? No, it doesn't look as cool beneath, like maybe with the blood dripping, like some kind of shot, I don't know. With the tiny holes it looked better from beneath, but it looks better with large holes from the top, so I'm not complaining. Let's export this so the normal maps like go in. No, that's way too noisy. It's horrible, looks horrible. So let's go back, let's just try this on for size. Okay, that's a bit cleaner. Oh, actually the mask, like, it's like, it's not sharp, like it has smoothing, so it's interpolated between the pixels. Let's fix that. Asset actions. It's actually just filtering. Nearest filtering. Okay, now it's sharp. Now it's like deleting pixels by pixels. Yeah, that looks better. Or does it? Yeah. It does. Okay, maybe make the edges darker, so we can use the UV edge mask. Black generator, UV border, contrast balance. Let's actually put this in a other folder, black mask. Make the edges rougher, darker. Okay, so that fakes a bit of ambient occlusion on the edges. Looks a bit better. Let's try extending it a bit. Down the contrast. Maybe now the smoothness like destroys the edge of the mask. Distance, balance, yeah, no, low distance. A bit more balance. Okay, this isn't a speedrun anymore. We need to speedrun again, so the chains right now are actually, let's fuck the chains. Let's just lift this up. Okay, perfect. That's speedrun material. Clips a bit here, but like that's non-issue. I could just lower it by like 5 units, 5 centimeters, I guess that's in Unreal units. Okay, so this is done. So this is where the High Priest will be. Let's just, so this is the final thing we need to take care of, is this ritual training places. So okay, let's hide this. The entrances are like, I haven't exported them. I'll probably just make a single main entrance later. And delete the cages. We don't need those cages. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. No, actually not. I'm not a rat in a cage. I'm not stuck in a cage. Stuck in the Matrix though, as you can see from the TV. Okay, so this is just temporarily. Is this Y? Oh, it's the other one on the other side. Height, and select all of this, make it even, like make it more flat. Let's actually, we only need the triangle, I guess. Let's just merge at center. Unhide the bolts, maybe make them a bit smaller. Okay, so put them like on these vertices. Put this here. Scale down the height a bit. Do they have bottoms? Yeah, they have bottoms. Let's just delete those. Delete the faces. Export as, oh, actually, you can just export as the main object because that's all that is left. Delete the cages. Oh, okay. So let's undelete the cages. Let's export this as the cage so it replaces it automatically. Bit too low. Still too low. Let's just manually move it up. 650. 650 is fine. Okay, let's just put this here like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see how that looks. I don't know, they should be like higher up. Actually, it needs to be like a platform thingy. Just got ahead of myself, got caught in the moment, got caught lacking. Let's just bevel vertices. I think that should, yeah, that brought back the triangle thingy. Let's scale it up. Extrude up a bit like this. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's check it out. Looks decent. Let's delete the top part, or let's just make it a separate object and just export these guys. Let's see how that reads. Okay, yeah, that's better. Like, I guess let's just texture this triangle thing, and then we will move on to the priest clothing. Finally, like something new to work on. Mark seam, because this will be a different material probably. The ramp, okay, doesn't have a bottom. This mark seems like at these points. Seam. Seam on the inside. Hey man, how it goes? Goes great, actually. About to finish texturing the main ritual place. This is the final object. Then I'll move on to making clothes for the ritual guy, main ritual guy. Okay, so unwrap. Mark seam. cool. Yeah, I think it's cool too. I should probably like chill a bit today, like it's the weekend, but maybe later. Okay, unwraps fine. Let's export it again. Let's save this. Make a new file. Let's make it 512 the size. So let's add the game folder. Yeah, the cages material, the mesh, cages mesh. Should we bevel? Let's try. Now it like bevels super sharply because these are really small, but what is this game about that you're working on? It's basically like one viewer said it's basically the weird parts of Dune, you know, the book, the movie Dune, because in this world like it's in the desert, so there's no water, like it's post-apocalyptic, so you have to drink blood to survive, and like blood is currency and blood is fuel. So there's this Crimson Baron faction that like makes genetically engineered tumors, like they plant genetically engineered seeds into the desert, and then it like produces corrupted blood, so they pump the corrupted blood, and so this area will be for the purifying the corrupted blood ritual. Oh, that seems good. Yeah, I think so. It's like, from a gameplay perspective, it's mainly like third person Kenshi, like it's an exploration RPG. You just wake up in this bunker, and this tube you like gets dropped out. Like there's also like you can lose limbs. Wow, you have made a lot of progress in it, I can tell. Yeah, like actually like a month ago the bunker had no interior, like this was empty. There were none of these models. The cactuses were different, like yeah, actually implemented a lot of mechanics, like all of the losing the limbs, like installing the limbs, like jumping on one leg, like if you lose a limb, like you can't punch if you lose a limb. So like also let's try picking up an arm. Oh, the guy killed me. Anyway, so you can install limbs like right now. There's a lot of like not only like visual model progress, but like also the working on the gameplay systems. I've been working on this area for like 3 days, so looking forward to working on the gameplay next. I'm working on this area because I want to make a trailer for the game and get the Steam page up so that people could wishlist the game and like see the vibe of the game, like what's the idea behind the game. So the platform bevel. Okay, so we could just separate the bolts for a bit. Geometry arc. And by the way, when's the Dice Guy devlog number 4? Just asking because I'm excited to see the next one if you make it. Well, I'm working on this game first, like probably gonna make a devlog on this game. Like I'm live streaming, so there's footage like of what I'm making, so the devlog should be like easy to make, because there will be a lot of footage like to show and talk about what the game is about. And like I'll work on Dice Guy probably after this game. Devlog of this game, yeah. I'll make sure to check it out. Yep. Thanks, bro. When it comes, I don't know. Actually, probably, well, I was planning on making that trailer first. So, like, I have this area, and I'll have the character, like, I could make, like, oh my god, I'm excited when you start the Dice Guy devlogs. So that's you're more excited about Dice Guy than Cop Car. What do you think about Cop Car? Like, let's duplicate, move to collection, platform, triangle, let's name it. Okay, so we join these two. So this is the merged. Let's hide all of those. Okay, let's try exporting. So this will be the high poly. What did I name this? Oh, it's the cage. Let's just name it Cosium Triangle High. Let's select the mesh. Let's make a black mask and let's add a paint for this one. Let's check if that masked. Okay, yeah, that masked the cop game. I mean, I like it a lot, but there's something about Dice Guy that you love more. Is just unique and funny, because I love objects with faces or non-human characters, and I love the faces Dice Guy. Yeah, it's really, actually a really expressive character like Dice Guy. I actually like the design also. It's like also funny how he's like beat up from all of the rolling, because he's a dice, like he has like bandages and stuff and like a black eye. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, I actually like Dice Guy, but in the game, like, really couldn't figure out the gameplay, how I want the game to play. I added a lot of stuff like the farming, like everything. I should just make it be like Do you know Ratchet and Clank? Like just a platformer, like a simple game, like with enemies, like coins and stuff. I think that would actually be the best for the game. Just not make it too complex, because all of the animations are like satisfying. It's like just I don't know how is beat up dice guy. The tutorial Rubik's Cube guy is so unique as a character. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank is like goated game, really good game. Also, like it has like really expressive characters. What's the green guy called? Like the Captain Quark. Yeah. That's a cool character, like he's really funny. How long do you meditate for? I know I like meditated like 4 days ago probably. I usually like try 15-20 minutes probably. Like just for the focus meditation, but I don't know if like it's probably considered meditation, but I don't know if you know yoga nidra. It's like sleep yoga. Like when I'm tired, I just put on like someone like guiding the attention for the body, and like it really helps calm the nervous system and relax. So I do those when I'm tired. Like I'm not tired like these past days, like past few weeks, so there's no need to do that, but I really enjoy yoga nidra. Recommend. Okay, so let's add a grunge. Actually, let's see. We have the material already, like only so this is like the same material, that's this red rock material. Let's just try reusing it, maybe add a bit of gold trim on the edges of the triangle, just so it doesn't blend in as much. Let's just first export the texture. Do you meditate, Laren? Or are you just like interested in that? What is the Barrenwall cages? Okay, so this is the texture. Okay, disable the smoothing. It's actually too large of a texture, like this is so detailed, the pixels are so tiny, and these are like huge pixels. So let's try downsizing the texture. Export it as 256. Maybe that should match the pixel density. That's still too dense actually. Maybe we should up the density on this one. I don't know, 128 size will definitely be too small. Well, actually the pixel sizes probably match. Just need to make the cracks a bit more intense on this. Probably because like the cracks are, yeah, planar projection, and it's, where is it? It's actually too much, probably. Let's make it a triplanar projection for both, or maybe file just UV projection. I don't know, that's probably too dark. Yeah, let's try a different material entirely. Let's just make this metal. It's actually made on, let's try let's put everything into a folder. No, let's put this. This is actually just, I don't know why I did that. It's already in a folder, just hide that. Just put this here. Yeah, I think that will be so much better. Yeah, okay. It's probably pretty much done. Yep. Just clean it up a bit. There's like too much blood on it, but also like the pixels are angled weirdly. Let's try applying the... Okay, I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick, be right back. So looks like vertical streaming. What's the word? How do you Americans say? Type, streaming type. Format, streaming format, yeah. The vertical streaming format is better, like having like a few viewers at least. 0 on the horizontal large. Makes sense. Everyone has their phone, but nobody is sitting at the computer all day, except insane people like me. The normals are weird, and this like stretches really weirdly. Should I re-import this? Yeah, the UVs like are all messed up. Why it be like this? Also, what is this? Hide that. And what is this? Hide this. It's actually just put all of the seams everywhere. Mark seam. Unwrap. Why did it unwrap like this? Seams here. Okay, that's looking good. Let's just pack it, I guess. Pack it, ship it, done. So, yeah, should be good. Let's export. It's the cages, okay. Re-import, rebake. Eat some banana bread. Drink some water. This is great content I'm making. Okay, that's good, but like the normals. Oh, I know. Shouldn't have deleted the bevel. Let's just harden the normals, and now it should be normal. The normals should be normal. Yep. It's in the name. Normals should be normal. Otherwise they're abnormals. Triangle high. Okay, let's try just rebaking. Okay, yeah, I think that will fix the weird shading. I had the same issue on the gate mesh, I think. Yeah, I mean, like, it's better, not perfect, but better. I don't know. What do you think, chat? It's a bit too shiny, probably. Also, let's try making the dry blood like have height information and maybe a different roughness. Okay, so this has no height. Let's just up the height a bit. Make it just different roughness. Also, like, I don't know, let's just keep the metallic for now, because what if it's not metallic? Let's just check real quick. What if it's fully rough? Yeah, that looks like something. Like the shading is better. Let's pop out the height more. Maybe a bit darker, a bit more saturated. I don't know. Looks a bit too noise-like. What kind of a mask? Dirt mask. Yeah, dirt mask is not really that great. Brushed grunge as multiply. Let's try. Up the contrast. Yeah, like just have a bit more like large empty spaces. Check real quick. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. So, and the metal. Okay, so it should be a bit lighter. Let's try making the metallic like 0.9. The blood is really desaturated. Okay, metallic. Okay, so the metallic brings out the saturation. Makes it a bit more saturated. Actually, it would look the best if I hand painted like the edges. Let's try that. Yeah, let's hand paint a bit. Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. Again. Yeah, this, I can already tell this will be a lot better. Just some drips here and there. Maybe make the edge drip like this. Okay. let's just keep the top empty for now. Yo, looks good. Okay, so note to self, like I need to hand paint more textures. Yep, looks good to me. Okay, sure, like let's just actually fill the top triangle full of blood. Paint the edges. It's a bit too dark probably on stream, but like should add like the background should be lighter so it shows up better, but like I never change the background on the Substance Painter editor. Add some droplets, like maybe no, let's keep it like that. Okay, yeah, sure. Like I'm not sure about this part. Let's check how it looks without that. No, so that, oh, maybe that should look decent. Yeah, that looks cool. Pretty cool. Okay, yeah, whatever, let's keep it like that. Okay, so that's done. That's done. So these will be blueprint objects. Let's try scaling it up a bit. Not too much. Yeah, so okay, whatever, fine. Let's work on the clothing next for the priest. Okay, so this is like, oh damn, he has a dick, like should probably remove his dick on stream, like just so I don't like get demonetized, and I don't really care about, but like I don't want to get my stream removed. Okay. Dick, let's name it Dick. Let's hide the dick. Okay. Okay, so this is the dickless character. He has a bone a bone for the dick. Okay. So the clothes should be lootable. Like in the game. Why does he have a willy, if I may ask? Well, it's a realistic game, like the characters in Rust have like genitals. I don't know. I think it's funny and like also it's kind of like clickbait, I guess, for like streamers and stuff. That's like free marketing actually. Like if a streamer like creates a character and he's naked and he has a dick, like that's a lot of TikTok clips can be made from that, you know. Yeah, that's what you get for messing with me. Oh, okay, yeah. It's not functional, like there's no like a gameplay reason for that. Like maybe in the future I could like add some gameplay with that. I don't know how that would work, but just something to consider. Okay, so let's enable his, he has like, he can have like cybernetic cyber arms, modular limbs, so let's just enable. Yeah, so the left arm has I named it skinny morph target, so like if the player gets his blood drained or the NPC gets his blood drained, like it like shrinks like this, so it gets skinny. The mesh gets affected. Also the torso has also like this skinny morph target, so the gameplay affects how the mesh looks. Right arm, right leg, and where's the left leg? Oh, the left leg is already enabled. Okay, so let's select the skeleton, put it in the rest position, because we will be modeling the clothes of the priest. So, any ideas? Like, I had an idea how the priest should look like the, I don't know if you guys know, but the pyramid head from Resident Evil, like that's a cool hat. So maybe he has like a pyramid hat type thing. Okay, so let's mirror this. Let's just hide the camera, just so we can see what we're working with. So, the hat. Okay, so in this scene, so things we need to accentuate on the priest, so he's performing a chant with his throat, so there needs to be like some kind of, I wish that the character that you're making right now had the same face of Dice Guy. It would be so funny. And I might say I really love the game you're working on now with Dice Guy face. Yeah, like the Dice Guy eyes, like that would be funny actually. But it wouldn't match the art style, like it has to be cohesive, like this is just the art style that needs to be like to make this all cohesive and the same. Yeah, Dice Guy is cool. I like Dice Guy. Okay, so let's just see how this looks. This actually looked, this is starting to look like the hat from Bloodborne. That's also like Bloodborne. Dunes of Blood, are you kidding me? Bloodborne hat. Let's check out how that looks like. Yeah, that's a cool hat. Cool reference, but we're making something original. We're not copying, like, I know we're kinda copying Resident Evil with the pyramid head, probably, but that's just a shape. Scale on the y-axis a bit. Maybe it's covered, like covering his face like this. There's like some kind of, where's his eyes? Okay, so let's just, we're experimenting though, like I don't have anything planned. Let's just see where this takes us. Okay, so he can see now. Maybe he's like, he has this like metallic armor that he's like welded inside of. Maybe the, like when the priest gets like initiated or something, they get welded into their suit. That would be cool. And like it would be cool if the player couldn't loot, like maybe this would be the only unlootable headgear. But maybe you could like get it welded on somehow, and then you couldn't remove it like anyway. So you would have to like play the whole game. Your character would be like bound inside this metal helmet. I don't know. Just an idea. It's just a theory. A game theory. Okay, let's cut. Come on now, come on. Let's just cut. Something like this, I don't know. Looks like trash right now, but it's a low poly, so it's only just working on the basic shapes right now. And this triangle also, like the downward triangle is like an occult symbol, like of evil shit, like materialistic shit and materialistic energy. It's like the black energy symbol, so like this works thematically. Yeah, I think that's a cool helmet. Like he needs like some kind of a voice enhancement thing. Like this could be speakers, like yeah, so these are like speakers, so he's chanting, the sound is resonating in the helmet and gets amplified by these. Let's maybe add, let's see how a rim would look like here. Yeah, so this shape, I don't know, let's just try lifting this up a bit. Yeah, so when it's like that, like it looks more evil than this. This looks like sad. This looks menacing, evil. Let's just revert a bit. Let's just move this up. Move this down a bit. Move this up. Yeah, so that's instantly more menacing. This is maybe a bit too wide. Yeah, so like now he looks like devil mode with horns. Yeah, like yep, horns, of course, horns. He's a horny guy. He needs some horns. So horns are symbolic, I guess. They are symbolic. So just rotate a bit. I don't know if I like this going this far down, like to this corner. It should be like triangle ending at like this place probably. Actually got ahead of myself by putting in these faces. Let's delete those. Let's actually make a cut here, I guess. Yeah, that's, the geometry is a bit cleaner. Let's cut here, merge at last. It's like really wide right now. And it looks like from afar it reads well. I don't know if the horn is a good idea, like maybe that's a bit too much on the nose, if you like, if that's the expression, like it's like saying, hey look, like this guy is evil, he's the devil. We don't want, we should have like make it be tasteful, like I don't know, a bit more subtle. Horns like this, I don't know. Let's just hide the horn for a bit. Let's just keep to the triangle thematic. Maybe they're not like devils, like just triangle people. Okay, so what if I add a... It's a bit too skinny. Let's add a rim here. How would that look? Yeah, I guess that's a bit better, a bit cooler. Let's just mark sharp. And there's a lot of empty space like here. Maybe in the texture, like I could add some kind of detail, some kind of symbols, maybe like runes or something. That would be cool. Like rim here. Yeah, that looks cool. Like he can barely see, but like that's the point. What if this goes inside like this? So there's like also this triangle shape from the side. Yep, that looks pretty cool, Not sure about this rim. Let's delete this. Delete those. This. So this goes in quite a bit, like just slide the data down, mark sharp. Okay, so like there's levels to this, guys. There's levels to this, like mid level, like eye level, mouth level, brain level. It's like these like separate everything. So like this actually needs a separator as well. Just slide it down a bit. No, this is the geometry is cooked. Let's just make a cut here temporarily. Cut here maybe, not really necessary, but what the heck, what the hey. Okay, so triangle there. Now we can delete those. Triangle here, and here. Okay, mark sharp, of course. Is this like necessary? Let's just maybe this should be like just a great mesh texture. All of this, like this hides too much, like Like, it should be visible that the face, like, should be visible. Okay, let's just delete this temporarily, and we'll texture, like, have this be like a great mark sharp. Let's actually mark sharp all of this. Or maybe let's not do that. This needs to be sharp. Yeah, this goes up a bit. This goes maybe down. Let's just play with the shape a bit. Is the mic volume okay? I have like 2 decibels. I can increase the volume by 2.3 decibels if needed. So okay, maybe this should have like the mic is okay. Good to hear that you can hear. Hearing is good all around. Okay, let's delete these. Merge at last. Okay, I like the shape. Let's just like, so this will be the helmet. Let's finish piece by piece. Like, let's just make the low poly, make the high poly, texture it, put it on the character, see how that looks. Like, then we can move on to the torso, arms. Like, he should also have like a cape, definitely a cape. And the backside is like a bit empty. But that's fine for now. Okay. So mark sharp here. Sharp here. No, not sharp there. Maybe these edges. Okay, so slide these down. Yeah, so that's sliding a bit too low maybe, because you can see his mouth maybe should be covered like a muzzle. Yeah, like that looks cool actually. When it goes up to his nose, like it's a, yeah, accentuates the, like, that's the bottom part is a speaker. Okay, so I don't know if we need like this geometry. This will be just a texture. This could be just like a simple merge at center, just a simple triangle. Just maybe pop it out a bit so it's like has some depth. Yeah, the side profile looks pretty good. Let's try making it a bit like this, like looks a bit too massive, like needs to go in a bit. Then these needs to go in a bit as well. Just make it triangular. Okay, triangle. Not really a triangle, this one. Okay, well, the geometry is good, everything is good. Probably needs to have like some kind of padding be visible, like coming around his face. So like this is the metal exterior part, and this would be the part of the mesh that would be like soft red, maybe padding inside. Yeah, so this needs to go inside as well. This goes like that. I don't know if the padding like should cover his nose like that. Maybe, yeah, maybe it should, like, sure, whatever. Won't, it probably will have like dark ambient occlusion, like mask right here, so it will be dark and the seam won't be as visible. GX. Okay. Yeah, sure. Good, looks good. Okay, let's merge this at last. Does this do anything? Does nothing, probably. Let's just clean up the geometry a bit, dissolve these edges. Slide this down a bit, slide this up. These can be merged. These can they be? Yeah, sure. Okay, so does this add anything? Like, not really. So this is a quad, this is a triangle. Do all of these like mirror perfectly. Move it up a bit. Why does this look like shade smooth? There's like a seam. Yeah, so this is seamless. Okay, like there's a triangle inside of the mesh, so that's what's causing the seam. Let's delete the face. Okay, now it's seamless. Okay, so the geometry is clean. This could be a quad, like do we need this cut? Like, what does this cut do? It like lifts this up, but it could connect to this thingy and dissolve all of these edges. Okay, so this is probably necessary. Like, what if we let it down? Well, let's just try our luck. That does look cleaner, I think. Yeah, so the geometry is like clean. Also, if I put on the bevel modifier, it will be more clean. Okay, padding. So yeah, this should be sharp, like that should be sharp. Should the top be sharp? Yeah, like maybe won't be really visible from the top down. Like, let's try in setting it. Anyways, oop. SX0. Okay, I mean, the geometry looks good. So the sharp, like, no, this isn't finished. Like, we need to probably make this a quad instead of a triangle. Let's just cut this and this, like split faces by edges. Now this should be detached. Yeah, so let's move up, move down a bit. And now we can just do this, bada bing, bada boom. Dissolve the edge. Okay, so now that's a quad. Yeah, that's clean geometry. Okay, so let's just adjust this a bit. Damn. Should we do that, chat? Should we like make his eyes like be like that? No. Actually, it's gonna be fine. The shape will be fine. So, okay, so quads all around here. Quads all around here. Okay, let's leave the low poly version. Yeah, let's actually lift these up a bit. Maybe bring this down. Yep, good. Oh, this should be a quad. Okay, quads all around. GZ. Like maybe bring that out there. What if it's like that? Yeah, sure. Like it will be handled by the texture anyway. Just hide the faces. Okay, so let's not overwork this. Maybe add a small rim. Like just connect this up to his neck. Like, yeah, let's just make the shape be like this, like it's missing some geometry, like just so it goes around his neck. Okay, face. Okay, slide this down a bit. Bring it out. Is this actually necessary? Okay, so let's dissolve the edge. What about this one? Okay, so it's like no longer clipping. Just add the rim. Okay, bring that out a bit, like no, actually this should also be like soft fabric material, so this will be handled in the texture. When it passed 3 years or for mid-years, I was like, is he gone? What happened to him? Will there be dice get as well? Now that I noticed that you stream, now I can see you make games. Yeah, I was working like a regular job. Now I'm back to making games full-time. So yep, Devlogs will be back. We are back on track, making games like God intended. Okay, so no faces at the seam. That's great, full time. Yep, I think so too. Would be cool, like, if I could pump out this game, Dice Guy, Cop Core, until the end of the year, but like, I don't know. Should also be like realistic about deadlines and stuff. Okay, whatever, let's just duplicate this, hide the... Let's actually move this to a new collection first. Helmet, priest. Hide the low poly. It's actually clear, or let's not clear yet. Let's add a bevel. What's the scale on this object like? Yeah. Okay. Let's play around with the angle, actually. I don't know, let's just like maybe bevel manually. Okay, let's remove all of the sharp edges. Like, beveling has trouble with triangles. This actually could be a quad. So if we do dissolve. No, actually, if that's a quad, it should still connect. Nope. It's actually just use the bevel modifier and then like this part is like messed up. Because it's a triangle. But can I actually merge this? Yeah, that actually makes the shape cleaner. Let's do the same on the low poly. Okay, whatever, let's like export this actually first. Separate this like speaker mesh. You know that when I used to go to school, but I don't know, but I always had my laptop in school to watch your channel like this guy. Mostly you don't know how I love your game. Damn, that's actually really cool. Like, I know when I make games, it's like, I think nobody cares what I make, but it's actually super nice hearing that people care. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. I don't know, like, when you make games, it's like, well, it's like you're stuck on one game like for a long time, so I don't know, like when I make like these streams right now, like people come and like say hi, like that's pretty motivating, like, so okay, we separated this mesh. Should we separate this too? Okay, let's split. Damn, maybe we should like add a column here. Let's see how that looks real quick. If we don't like that, we don't do it. We do what we like. Yeah. We like that. Actually, I don't need the low poly, like I can just duplicate this, probably. Only I disconnected this part, so. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the We are back with an empty bladder and an open mind, so let's go. Let's freaking go! Okay, let's duplicate, delete the bevel, let's bring these back, these bad boys back, let's bring Backstreets back, alright. Okay. So this is the low poly. It's the high poly. Not sure if I like this part, like it's like this, like, but whatever. Like on this model, the heavy lifting, like all of the visuals will be carried by the texture. Okay, so these go nowhere, like just dissolve those edges. That's not really clean, but whatever. Okay, so we need to unwrap. Let's mark seam here. So this is like a thingy. Maybe just inset those a bit. We should do the same for the high poly. Or should we? Like, no, it will bake fine without that. So seam here. Seam here. Sure, seam, no. Let's make the seam. I mean, seams don't really have that much of an impact when you use nearest filtering, because of the textures are pixelated and crunchy. Like if it had smoothing, like you could see the line cross clean through, but for this art style we can just put seams where we want to. Of course, we don't need to go overboard with the seams. We have to have our limits, but okay, let's see how that unwraps. Angle based unwrap. Okay, so these aren't connected. Like there's this huge chunk which is like this part. Let's probably add a seam here and a seam here, so this will be a separate, like yeah, seam here, and this will be separate. This will be a huge chunk. Seam here. Let's see if that did anything. So that did something. Let's see how it packs. 45%. Well, it's 45%, but it's mirrored. I don't know, the mirroring, like let's just see, like let's think less, do more. Okay, so this is unwrapped. Let's jump into Substance Painter. I actually wonder, like, if this goes like has ragdoll or animations, like the head rotation should be limited so this spike like doesn't go in like into his chest. But that's a small detail, like that's for the polishing phase of development. Okay, so let's export this selected object as a... Let's enter today's date. So this is priest, caps on, caps lock. It's priest hat, low poly. Now let's export the high poly. Let's do something. Let's save this file. This is Coliseum. No, this is the cage platform. Let's open a new 512 will be way too large, but we'll cross that bridge when we cross that bridge. Okay, so this is like messed up. Increase the rear bake distance so it like goes into the rays, go into the mesh. Like this is a small detail, like a bit of artifacting. Yeah, so like pretty clean bake by the looks of it. So actually let's just, to make this super quick, let's just plop the same material for the Iron Maiden like cage. I don't know, like looks cool. Just to preview in game. So let's, this will be just the base that we start from. Like the mask should be metal, but like we will change things up, like add some design elements. So let's jump into the game and actually let's duplicate this. Like where did that duplicate the... Okay, so if I duplicate, it leaves the... Okay, yeah, leaves the collection. Let's then move this to the export collection, and let's actually parent with empty groups to the skeleton. This will be already a hat that like attaches to the player. So the mirror modifier will get applied automatically. So the skeleton, everything is fine. Let's just apply all of the weights to the head bone. So like right now, if I move the skeleton, like, oh, it's in rest pose, like, let's just get it out of rest pose into pose, real pose, poser mode. Priest hat. Okay, let's hide the other thing. Okay, so like now it's attached to the skeleton. Yeah, so this will be like affected in game. Yeah, look at him go. Yeah. So to export this hat, we need to hide all of the other objects. So let's hide the torso. This is like the pistol, like I should rename it like. Hide that, okay. So I hope my stream doesn't crash because like the export is like pretty resource intensive for this plugin. Okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's check for the priest hat. Okay, yup, imported. So let's just player. Let's just check how that looks on the player character. So we don't have like clothes, legs. Yeah, so just like need to duplicate clothes, hat, priest hat. Okay, and okay, let's check it out. So you see how it's not following the head, like the head is bobbing, but the helmet is like stationary. So we need to, in the construction script, oh, actually I added on the player character the humanoid. Actually I need to put that on the humanoid because that inherits. Okay, hat, target. So we need to set leader pose component. Actually, funny story about this node and like the naming convention in Unreal Engine. So like everyone is super woke at Unreal Engine. So this used to be called set master pose component, but like they got rid like of all the names like slave, master, like all of the terms that you could be interpreted as racist. So that's insane. Like that's so insane. Like I don't know, I can't even explain. Like it's like we're making games, we're programming. Like if we see a word called master, we don't like think, oh, that's racist. Like we understand, like we have context. Like it's not about like racism or slavery. It's like insane. I don't know, crazy shit. So priest hat. Okay, now it's moving according to the animation. Like, yep, looks good. We already exported the priest hat. Yeah, let's just create the material. I wonder if like I should add a cloth, like the Unreal Engine cloth asset for like a cape. I should probably actually use the, but like it's so clunky to set up the collisions of the cloth asset and stuff. So I don't know if I'm like so like invested in that thing. So apply this material, priest hat. Okay, so the texture is applied. So okay, so the player is the priest, like that's welded. Okay, so the lore is like the priests get this helmet like welded on when they get initiated, so it doesn't show up, it won't show up on stream probably, but like I'll zoom in, like you can actually let's actually, before doing anything, oh, this is 256, there's still a lot of like detail, a lot of pixels to work with. A hard thing with an art style is like this, is like just some meshes, like every mesh like has a different pixel density, and like I try to keep the environment really pixelated. Like even these pixels, like these are like twice as small as these. So right now the hat, the helmet has an extremely high pixel density. I'll just zoom in, like there's a lot of pixels to work with to add the detail, but maybe we should, what the heck, like this looks like a demon, like with eyes like horns, like this is the rib cage, like legs, arms, wings. You see that? Am I tripping balls? Probably. Okay, so helmet. Okay, let's just add a few welds. I think there's like a built-in weld generator. Let's see, the generator's weld. No, there's no such thing. There is a stitch, like stitch generator. Stitch length, stitch width, stitch size, path position. Okay, whatever, like let's just see how we can just, yeah, that looks actually kinda like welding marks. We just need to add a filter that blurs them a bit too much. Well, with the blur filter there's also the problem that like it blurs into the seams. Okay, so max width, can we just increase the, oh yeah, we can actually increase the width even more. Yeah. Looks like welds. We have achieved welds. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that's welded. Done, welded. We're working so fast. This is gonna be a demo at the end of the day. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Not a demo, the full game. No, kidding even more. So we can actually, if we're using this, we can add seams everywhere, and the welding marks will hide it. So like this also needs to have a weld, I think. So let's just add a seam here. So this is mirrored, like this is everything in the middle is a seam. Don't need to mark those, but like let's just mark them so we can see it ourselves. We can then mark this, so everything that's red will be welded. Yeah, let's just weld that corner. Yeah, let's weld the top, the inside, this part, this part, this port, this port. Okay, let's unwrap again, pack again. I wonder if I should apply the mirror modifier. That would reduce the texture density, which is actually too high. So if I reduce the texture from 256 to 128, it's not a decrease of texture density 2 times, it's a decrease of texture density 4 times, because it's squared, like 128 by 128. It's 4 times less than 256 by 256. But if I remove the mirroring, that's a reduction by twice, because like it's 256, but like there's twice as many UV islands. So I think like reducing, I don't know, like we gain like by eliminating mirroring, we could have like different symbols on these sides. Let's actually rotate him into the sun a bit, maybe duplicate another guy. Let's punch him. Okay. So, I don't know, the texture density is actually fine. Let's export again. Just save everything and cross our fingers so it doesn't crash. Hey chat, why do we cross our fingers when we like hope for something? Or also, like, why do I see like so much? Chat, do you know? I don't. Okay, let's re-import. Okay, so we re-imported all the... This is actually separate, yeah. For the texturing, I'm using a different export. Okay, we have welds everywhere, just like we intended. Export. No, ką turim? What if I talk like half in English, half in Lithuanian? What do you think, chat? Okay, so delete this, like it's pretty annoying, not like, it's pretty annoying, dot. Okay, let's train our brain to not say the word, the forbidden word, the L word. Okay. I don't know, looks cool. Okay, so what can we add? We said we need like what the fuck? I said the word we need to make this a mesh speaker. No L word, no L word. So we make a mask. We do a little masking. It's called we do a little masking. So this is a mask. We need to actually grab the same mask, paste into this mask, and add an invert filter so it doesn't make the seams on that part. Okay, so let's make it so I'm thinking making this how microphones look close up. They have this mesh. Let's just add a mesh fill layer. No. Oh yes. This one. I'm looking for this one. Tiling. Just tile more. Too much. Okay, let's style like that. I don't know if that's reading well. Not all. It's not reading well. Why is it disappearing after tiling? Okay, let's just make max tiling without it disappearing. What if we increase this separate tiling? No, that doesn't work. Okay, so we increase this, maybe contrast histogram position. No, I don't know, weird. Increase the roughness a bit. Okay, so export, just check real quick. Looks cool. This is very noisy. This is very noisy. Visually has all of these wild marks. This is really noisy. The only areas without any visual noise are these parts. So good art, good models, good everything has parts of noise, high detail. This could be considered medium detail. This is a part that doesn't have a lot of going on. and this is like, this is a large part that has no detail. This is a large part that has no detail. This is a large part that has no detail. So the eyes need to rest a bit when they see detail. And this is a lot of noise. Okay, maybe let's make the mesh gold, metallic, or maybe copper. Let's just try. No, actually, everything's golden. Let's just do gold. Okay, that's too bright around the edges. Let's put some. Add a black mask, generator, UV border. Okay, so the UV border will affect this one, this inside, but we can just paint it out manually. Or maybe let's just not. I just had another idea. Like, just make a folder, inflate modifier. Let's see later how a cloth or something material would look like. Okay, so this needs to darken it. Maybe increase the roughness. Let's see how that looks. Actually, this is the mesh is too noisy. This part needs to be more distinct. It could be actually a mesh that has opacity, but if it goes through this part, you can see like his chin. You won't be able to see. You'll see his chin and his neck. So let's try the other idea. Actually, grab the same mask, black mask, paste into mask, black generator, inflate shrink wrap. Okay, so first we need a base that's that might look pretty cool, actually. Let's test it real quick. Okay, so there's contrast right now happening, not even contrast of the colors, but contrast of the materials. There's a metallic material. This is a plastic material, so maybe it has some round vents on the sides. Let's explore that idea. Black mask. No, actually. Whoa. Yeah, let's black mask. Let's black mask it up. Let's paint it up. Yeah. Why isn't it painting? Oh, it's not painting. Because that also had a mask. So just plop it a few times so it becomes harder. What did I just say? So, okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, looks Cool. Looks cool. Okay, already we have some design, visual design going on. So my dog is barking. My dogs are barking. Radiohead is playing. Too depressing. Let's actually put on some Lithuanian pop. Okay, should this be a different color? Let's just try all of the colors. Red, no. No. Maybe blue. Blue is like the opposite of red. So this is all red. This would be contrasting. Let's add a black mask generator. Maybe ambient occlusion, if that's a good mask. Yeah, it's a fine mask. A fine mask indeed. So we're putting a mask on the mask. Okay, that's too dark. Maybe down the contrast a bit. Okay, let's see how that looks. I like the colors. But okay, let's just like paint and inside. Where is the inside? Here's the inside. So we need to paint here. Black mask. Paint. Maybe increase the roughness, make it black, paint it black. Okay, that's maximum paintage. Okay, those look like holes, like I could add a whoop and a whoop. I could add a vertex offset, so when he's breathing, this pulses out the material. So I bought like sweatpants from Vinted, and they smell like laundry detergent. I soaked them in vinegar and washed them. And hung them outside. They still smell crazy. Dog bark. Okay, maybe add a metal rim right here, because this looks a bit too flimsy. Like, we could use the same paint mask. Let's see how that looks. I don't know. What if we get rid of the blood and make it full metal? Like, full metal jacket. Okay, less blood. First, less blood, then we can see if we... Okay, less blood, so much better. Like, let's try without any blood. Actually, if the priest is right here, like if the priest is right here performing the ritual, and blood is dripping. I'm trying not to say the L word, the like word. That's a bad habit I'm trying to break, so that's why I'm speaking weirdly. So if blood is dripping, maybe just lerp the material from a clean helmet into a bloody one. That's an idea. One theory. Yeah, like this model looks cool actually, the inverted triangle. Inverted triangle looks good. Let's try to desaturate the blue a bit. It's a bit too bright. Let's see how that looks. Just to compare. Yeah, that looks better. Looks way better. Looks better. Okay, remove blood. Okay, no blood. Or is there still some blood? No, there's no blood. Okay, yep. Zero blood. Looks good, I think. Maybe make the welding seams a bit less intense. They're really shimmering. Where are the welding seams? Here they are. Let's just 1.08. See how that looks. Okay, intense seams, but more smooth. Yep, looks better. Damn, looks cool. Looks actually really cool. The helmet. Once we add the cape and the clothes of the priest, it will look sickening. So yeah, you know what would look cool? Like a round padding around the helmet. Just a cylinder that would add extra contrast. Right now the interior, let's just see how it looks close up. Well, yeah, I mean this is fine. That this is black. There's no sense in adding any detail inside of this, inside of the helmet. It won't be visible anyways. Because I was thinking like adding padding inside of the helmet, but it looks good as is. So let's take care of this part, I guess. Just why is my chat gone? Oh, it's here. Okay, chat. Nobody chatting anyway. So nobody is watching the horizontal stream. Everyone is watching the vertical stream. Okay. I see how it is. I see you. So runes, let's look at some runes. How do runes look like? Okay, so we need a rune. Let's just ask ChatGPT. How does a rune representing blood look like? Or just any symbols from different cultures. Blood has been symbolized as life force, sacrifice, vitality, lineage, and power. Blood is power. Okay. Algas rune. Algas. Norse Germanic runes. Protection, divine life force, connection to higher powers. Shape resembles arms raised or antlers. Life energy flowing upward. Often used in magical protection. In a darker interpretation, flipping it upside down has been used in occult context to represent death or spilled life force. Holy shit. That's perfect. It's sicky. Rune. So you don't see what I see in ChatGPT, but the rune looks a little something like, okay, you can't see anything, but now you can. It's like painted it pretty badly, because I couldn't see it either. So the algas rune looks like this, like downwards thingy. Okay, so this rune. Okay, bloodline heritage. There's another rune. Ancestral bloodline. Okay, so they drain the blood, the ancestral tribal and the identity. Okay, let's add this rune. Okay, seems cool. This rune. Blood drop symbol sacrifice mark. Not from one culture, but widely used in occult symbolism. Offering to gods, life essence. Aztec bloodletting symbolism. Streams of blood from tongue or heart. There is no symbols. Okay, so triangle, transformation, circle, soul, lines representing flow. Okay, so we need more runes. Give me more runes, like Nordic type shit. Need like 2 more runes to fill out this space. Wolf, cattle, yes, cattle. The war sacrifice, okay, yeah, sure. We have all of the runes we need. So this is the cattle, because the victims get treated like cattle. And then war sacrifice, god of war sacrifice, okay. Just a spear, just like an arrow. Okay, perfect. Amazing. Let's see how that looks. Ooh. Looks sicky. Okay. Looks good. We like it. So do we add? Yes, we do add the collar thing that I just talked about. So this is the player model. Just add a cylinder mesh. Let's just do 16 sides. Scale it down. Okay, just like what? Like this? is there enough space? Can we actually just move this helmet up? Yes, I think we should do that. Yeah, looks good actually. Okay, let's export the helmet when it's like up like this, so it will sit higher up. Okay, yes, import, yes. We know how it be. This isn't our first rodeo. So the mesh, where's the mesh? Here's the mesh. Delete this. Priest hat. Looks a bit stupid actually. Like he has his eyes covered. Looks. I know. Whatever. We needed the extra space actually. Damn, the neck is so skinny. Looks so stupid. So funny. This heavy hat on a skinny neck like that. I don't know, maybe it looks cool. Okay, whatever. Let's just let's proceed, shall we? Maybe bevel the edges a bit. Okay, maybe a bit bigger, but up, a bit like this, a bit like that. Too high. Okay, let's just, yeah, move it manually a bit. Let's just let's just adjust the thingy magic. Let's put on some music. Let's hype Backstreet Boys. Let's Backstreet's back. All right. Okay. Mirror. GUI clipping. All right. Yeah, so this needs to be, I don't know, looks, the color looks royal and regal. That's the vibe we're going for. The Barons, the Crimson Barons, needs to be royal and regal. Yep, and like the contrast circle triangle. Okay, make this smaller. Okay, so that's good. We good. Streaming for 3 hours. Damn. Crazy. It's crazy work. 5 p.m. Well, it is the weekend. I should chill later. But this doesn't feel like work. Like this feels like playing. So why should we stop doing what we're enjoying? Okay, looks good. Maybe fluff up this part a bit. These two. Okay, yeah, that's done. What's the saying? Perfect is the enemy of done. So it needs to be done. It doesn't need to be perfect. So, where am I? What am I doing? Let's just make it be the same material. Yeah. Okay, so that's the side and this one, yeah, the same side. So I can just do this. Join. Does the, let's check pose mode. No, we need to apply the weights. We applied the weights right now. Yep, now that also moves the head. So okay, let's just keep it simple, keep it flowing, keep it real. Let's keep it real. Mark seems unwrap angle based. Is this everything? Seems. Oh, okay, yeah, because too, like I was thinking about the mirrored side. It's just only half of the mesh, so that's why there's so little islands. So now we adjust the position of the hat. Okay, so for the bake, how it works is if we just exported the high poly mesh and these parts would be touching, like there's gonna be a lot of artifacting, so we need a separate mesh for the high poly. Where's the hat? Priest hat. Okay, so this is the base. Actually, let's just hide this, export the game mesh, and then we will export the bake mesh. Okay, so yes, looks so much better with the padding. I can already tell this will be goated. This will look so good. Oh my god. You know what? I just had another idea. Like, so the priest is doing Mongolian throat singing, and like I said, whatever, let's say, like, I'm not concerned with saying like. So when he's doing the Mongolian throat singing, these could act like as pillows that inflate and magnify his voice, so he could have actually a canister of air with tubes going into this, and in the trailer he would be, let's put a priest in the center. Let's just think about this, let's just visualize this. So in the trailer, this little guy. Okay, so this little guy is the priest, and we need to build suspension in the trailer, and it's like mysterious and shit, and so it starts like the viewer doesn't know what's going on. He sees like this guy, he sees tubes, like he unscrews the canister like on his side, these inflate, and then he like uses these to enhance his throat singing voice, and then he performs the ritual. That's very powerful visually. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. So let's actually keep the helmet with a actually, damn, so many ideas. I need to write this down. Actually, from a gameplay perspective, if the player decides to get this helmet installed, like welded onto his character, since this enhances the voice ability of the priest, it could like affect the, since this is an RPG, it could affect the stats, like the charisma stat or the trading, bartering stat of the player. So like he would have max charisma if the player decides to get this helmet installed, but he, of course, there's a con because he can't remove it. Maybe there's a lot of downsides to having this helmet, like it's heavy and clunky, but the player has max charisma, and also maybe he gets attacked on sight by different factions because they think he's a, like, the Crimson Baron guy. Whatever, let's just write it down. So idea: priest helmet, effects, charisma, stat. So the helmet will be just these two, like, separate parts, and the tubing, like the gas canister, should be a separate object like that. So this helmet should have a slot for a consumable canister, air canister. So yeah, maybe not even air canister, maybe it could also be used for the car, like a nitrous oxide canister. That would be cool, like a blue canister, like NOS canister. Damn, that's actually sick. That's actually sick. Imagine like a NOS canister makes your car go fast, and the NOS canister makes the priest like sing loudly, makes his voice go fast. Okay, idea. So NOS canister consumable to increase stats. Yeah, so if you have the NOS, it's like a resource drain, a consumable. So like there's downsides. You have to spend currency, you have to spend the NOS to get something in return. So that's good gameplay design stuff. So okay, enough ideas about the helmet. Also, the NOS canister is such a game thing. Like everybody knows what a NOS canister is from Need for Speed Underground and all of the racing games. So yeah, good. Yeah, let's add NOS to this game. That's also like such a Mad Max vibe. Let's just stick this here. I wonder if this note will show up on camera. No, it's just barely out of visibility. It's like the notes are here and the camera goes up to here. Okay. So let's texture the helmet. Okay, so we exported the save priest helmet. Okay, priest helmet saved. So baking. Okay, so we have the priest hat. Let's just duplicate, move to collection, helmet priest. Okay. So this will be an object for the baking. Let's just rest position GZ. So we need to separate the meshes so there's no artifacting between them. So okay, this actually, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. So let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. So I need to separate the meshes. Did I export this? No. Or did I re-import? No, I didn't. Let's export, import. Okay. So this thingamajig needs to be a subdivision, and this thingamajig needs to be a bevel. Okay, let's just see. Export high. Export high. Okay, I see how it is. So we moved the helmet up, so now this part is broken because when you paint in Substance Painter, it's position based, like the 3D coordinates, like where you paint. That's where the paint gets painted in 3D space. So we need to do some stuff. Okay, the runes. So I don't know if there's a way to fix this. Let's just, no, there's probably no way to fix it. Yeah, so maybe I have one idea. No. Bad idea. Let's just paint it again. So let's just duplicate this, delete this. Oh shit, what did I do? 0, okay. Let's just, what are the symbols? Let's just make this a bit less. Let's make this a bit more like this. It goes like a little something like this. Let's listen to some country music or Fallout New Vegas. So playlist, OST, radio, Fallout New Vegas radio. I got Spurs that jingle jangle. No, don't like that. Big Iron, yes, Big Iron. Big Iron on his hip. Hey chat, did you ever? Hello, welcome. I'm back and I see you're in the toilet, so I wait. Hello, welcome back. I see you. Love the dance moves. Thanks. Yeah. Sorry, chat was hidden. So chat, you ever ride into town with a big iron on your hip? Do you ever go do business with a big iron on your hip? So runes are fixed. Okay, so let's just maybe, I don't know if I like this muzzle, the blue thing on the muzzle. Let's just keep it like that for the meanwhile, for the time being. Let's actually make another folder. Let's mask let's just name it metal. Let's put all the metal parts into a separate like white mask. Then add a paint. Okay, so okay, now this is separate. Completely separate. This is the color. And this be color. This be color. Okay, so the color needs to have color. It needs to have a inverted mask, the black mask, and paste into mask and filter invert. Okay, so now the color, yeah, needs to be red, like crimson. It needs to be crimson, the crimson barons. Okay, so roughness up a bit. Let's add another mask fill layer, some stripes. Okay, the stripes have spherical projection. The sphere is centered here, rotated. Okay, now actually cylindrical projection. Yeah, okay, so cylindrical projection. Cylinder goes like this, inside the center, and rotation. Let's see if that's... Oh, okay, the stripes need to have 0 shift. Yep, always forget that. The stripes are rotated by themselves, so more stripes. Maybe make them, no, not the softness. We'll just make another filter, blur filter, blur it up. It doesn't need to have color, just some height information. Blow up the height. Roughness, yeah, maybe I should get a bit less rough, a bit more smooth. Okay, actually we need the color, but we need to invert it. Invert and stripes, just decrease the width. So this is basically for the ambient occlusion, like just to fake a bit of ambient occlusion. Maybe rough up. Okay, yeah, looks pretty good. So let's go with the idea that this has like tubes coming out of it, so let's put in a valve here. Let's actually add some paint. Is the size like good enough? Probably. Maybe actually maybe should be here, so it's visible from the front a bit better. Okay, we have the mask, we have the height, we have the roughness, we have the metallic. Now we need to plug the hole. Plug the hole. We do a little this. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling. Okay, black. Paint and black. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Actually, let's extend this. Like, add some shadowing. Yes. Okay, and okay, let's just ship it, export, ship. Okay, so it should just work. It just works. It should just work. Where's the priest hat? It definitely works. Oh my god. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. So this is the part that inflates. This color inflates and helps this guy project his voice. Like, yeah, yes, functional. Cool, very cool. Now we need some ambient occlusion, like darken this part. Maybe actually adjust the mesh so there's no gap there. This little gap, like, yeah, should probably inset it a bit. Yeah, let's just take care of that gap real quick. Priest hat, where's the torso? Yeah, this one. Where's the gap? Okay, so why is there no gap in this model? Let's just pose mode. Oh, let's check the weights, I guess. Auto normalize. So should work. Let's check if that does anything. Nope, did nothing. Oh, actually it's not a gap, it's just his like chin poking out. We need to adjust the helmet. Actually, do we need to be like so nitpicky? We don't. It's fine. It's nobody will ever notice like the small gap. Okay, let's just call this done. My dog is barking. Dog. Barking dog. Oh, wrong. Dogga barking. Well, actually, we should probably chill. Do something. A little something off stream. Priest hat. Okay, well, actually, making this helmet was a lot of progress. Okay. Okay, whatever. Stream is over. Thanks for joining, thanks for watching. See ya, smell you later.